The sun is reflecting off the pier. The salt is thick upon the breeze. There's a sound I always love to hear. Across the rolling seven seas, I walk down to the sandy shore and whistle out a steady note. I don't need engines anymore to pull along my wooden boat. A dorsal fin begins to rise above the swells of deepest blue. I see the spark in ancient eyes that tell me he is waiting too. He gives a chirp and gives a click and dances on his powerful tail. He's clever and he's mighty quick, the fastest thing to ever sail. He isn't just a fish to me, though he can swim a mile a breath. He's the spirit of the open sea and saves us from a watery death. If there's a diver stuck below or someone lost within the storm, there's only one friend that I know with a heart so big and true and warm. I grab a hold of his velvet side and feel the power in his frame. We're heading for a daring ride, and Flipper is his famous name. We're cutting through the coral key where shadows play upon the reef. There ain't no place I'd rather be to find a moment of relief. My father keeps the parking line and watches from the ranger tower. He says the weather's looking fine for using all that dolphin power. The bad guys try to hide away among the mangroves and the mud, but Flipper always saves the day before the rising of the flood. He'll fetch a wrench or fetch a rope or lead the Coast Guard to the site. He is the shining light of hope throughout the day and through the night. He understands the words I speak better than the folks in town. He's the only one I ever seek when the world begins to pull me down. Oh no, no, no. We've seen the sharks in hidden caves and felt the pull of every tide. We've conquered all the heavy waves with nowhere for a soul to hide. A boy and a dolphin on the run against a sky of orange gold. We're having all the summer fun that any story ever told. The water's clear as window glass. I see the turtles swimming slow. I watch the schools of snapper pass 1,000 feet or so below. But Flipper's always by my side, a shadow in the turquoise deep. He's the only friend I can confide before I lay me down to sleep. The tourists come from far and wide to see him jump and see him play. They watch him on the rise inside the beauty of the bay. But he belongs to the open blue, to every reef and every sand. He's a heart that's honest and that's true, the finest spirit in the land. He doesn't need a fancy house or shoes to wear upon his feet. He's quiet as a harbor mouse. It makes my simple life complete. I'll bring a bucket full of fish to thank him for the things he's done. He's everything a boy could wish. Beneath the hot and Florida sun, we'll find a treasure in the sand, from ships that sank 100 years away from all the dusty land and all the heavy human fears. I'll dive down deep to see his home, where colorful bubbles start to rise among the coral and the foam. Beneath the vast and open skies, he'll lead the way through narrow gaps where bigger boats will surely stall. He doesn't need no paper maps to answer every single call. If Butter said he'd get in a fix, they know exactly who to find. He's got a million clever tricks inside that sharp and salty mind. The palm trees sway against the blue, the pelicans are flying high. I'm feeling like a person new beneath the giant southern sky. I whistle once and whistle twice to hear his answering refrain. It's a little piece of paradise to wash away the dusty rain. Sometimes the world is hard to face with all its noise and all its greed, but this is such a gentle place with everything a boy could need. Just a patch of ocean and a friend who's faster than a lightning bolt. A bond that's never gonna end without a flicker or a jolt. He'll leap 12 feet in air to show the world he's feeling glad, without a single heavy care or anything to make him sad. He's the king of every coastal mile, from Miami down to Marathon. He makes the weird stranger smile until the summer day is gone. So if you're down by the marina and hear a splash beside the dock, there ain't no sight that's any finer than the one that's surely gonna shock. A silver streak within the spray, a laugh that echoes off the wood. Flippers coming home today and everything is looking good. I'll stay out here until the moon begins to silver up the sea, to listen to his clicking tune and feel as happy as can be. A boy and a dolphin side by side is how it's always meant to stay, floating on the evening tide as the colors start to fade away. I'll head back to the ranger shack and say goodnight to my best mate. I know that he'll be coming back beside the harbor's wooden gate. He'll sleep beneath the quiet stars while I am dreaming in my bed, away from all the city cars, with happy thoughts inside my head. The legend of the Florida shore is written in the salty spray. She's the one that we adore in every single kind of way. So here's a song for Flipper's heart and for the friendship that we share. We'll never ever be apart in this here warm